This is Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek, aka Joe. Welcome to my car. Welcome to the live stream. We appreciate you being here. We love for you to take the time to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell so you'll know the next time that we drop content. We go live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday is Motivation Monday. We focus on motivation. Tuesday is Tech Tuesday. Yes, we're going to talk about technology and a little bit of motivation and how we can use the two. Third, on Wednesday, is Work on You Wednesday. We're going to talk about fitness and we're going to talk about other things that make us better people. We drop fitness videos, we drop tech videos, we drop motivation videos, as well as YouTube shorts. But let's show some love to our silver and our gold members. And then, y'all, we can get this party started. Let's go. What is going on, my beautiful peoples? We're trying a different location to see if this makes the quality of the live streams a little bit better. Y'all let me know if we're fuzzy or grainy or eerie, you know what I mean? Just kind of let me know. We'll go from there. I appreciate everybody being here. Just to kind of get some necessary business out of the way. The normal spiel that we always say, but we mean it every time we say it. If this is your first time here, we'd love for you to hit that like button to let YouTube know that you're feeling the content. If by the end of this live stream you find something that you hold on to that means something to you, we'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. And if you really enjoy the content, it would be absolutely amazing if you take the time to share out this live stream. We would greatly appreciate it. So, what are we talking about today? Today, we are going to talk about self-awareness saves lives. We are going to talk about getting to know ourselves. But before we get into the live stream, let's speak to some people in the chat. We got my bro, Mr. Content Creator Extraordinaire. We are talking about Jared Talks. What's going on, bro? How you doing? How you doing? So when you come in here and you hang out with us, if you want to let other people know who you are and what you do and make it easy for them to find you, then by all means use the Nightbot code MSquad, just like Jared did, and Nightbot will automatically drop your link just like this so that others can connect to you, because that's what it's all about. Sounds good, looking good. That's what's up. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. We got my bro Happy Mac in the building. What's going on, bro? How you doing? How you doing? Everybody speaking to everybody. All right, so let's kind of get this conversation started, and then we'll see where we go from here. I will be the first one to admit that I talk to myself. I do. I don't think talking to myself makes me crazy. I think talking to myself makes me self-aware. Now, what do I mean? What I mean is getting to know yourself. There's nothing wrong with figuring out what you like and what you don't like. How else will you know unless you're observant and unless you have conversations with yourself? Now, when you start having conversations with yourself and other people and there's nobody else there, then just maybe you're teetering on that line of something else. But we got to know ourselves. We've got to know what we like, what we don't like, and then from there, we're able to help others. As I grow older, I have found that there are certain things that I don't like. Yesterday, we talked about some of the things that I don't like about myself. Now, I'm going to take a picture so that I can make sure to put in a link for that when I get to the house. Let me make sure I get the time right. All right. So yesterday, I talked about some of the things about myself that I don't like. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Happy Max said, I do too, out loud as nobody's looking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So you got to know yourself in order to know what you like and what you don't like. For instance, as I get older, I realize that there's certain things that I don't like about myself, and there's certain things that I don't like when other people do. Um, I'll give you an example, and I'm using this example as a generic example of something that I don't like, but it's my own personal perspective. Other people do it, and that's fine, but for me, I couldn't. And I know this sounds crazy, and I know it sounds simple, but I'm sharing this so you understand where I'm coming from. I personally don't like when a grown man responds to a text message that I send with the letter K. I don't know why, but for some reason that bothers me. Okay, it's fine, but just K, for some reason, I don't even know why, but it bothers me. I don't know. But I realize that that's something that I don't like about myself. So when those things happen, like that situation, because I know myself, I can remind myself, you know what? That's you, Joe. That's not them. That's you. Joe, sit down, mind your business, and keep going. I don't know why, but it's just something that bothers me. I'm just sharing so you understand where I'm coming from. I'm trying to paint a picture here. Happy Max said, as long as somebody invisible don't answer back, I'm still sane. That part, bro. That part. Yes, yes, and yes. We got my buddy Frugal Mama in the building. Good to see you, sis. How you doing? How you doing? It was good to see you over there at Big Roosters live stream, eating that In-N-Out burger. It was nice to see you in the chat, catch up a little bit. Thank you so much for coming over here and hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Okay, so maybe I'm not alone. Frugal Mama said that she doesn't like it either. It's a pet peeve. Like I can't push how I feel on others. You know, I can't respond to a message, you left out the O, you know, because then I look stupid. I just have to, you know what, that's me. Now I know there's other people like me that feel the same way, and then it is what it is. Happy Max said that K thing is just disrespectfully lazy. Now, I'll give you a prime example. Little man doesn't. Little man does it all the time. It doesn't bother me when little man does it. You know what else I don't like? When I use the 2-finger max swipe thing and it sends me back a tab and takes me out of the live stream, I can't stand it. And I don't be meaning to use 2 fingers when I'm scrolling because, well, I mean, I've got to use 2 fingers when I'm scrolling, but when I'm clicking on comments, I try my best not to use the 2-finger thing. And then sure enough, it happens often. It happens often. What did Frugal Mama say? Like, how lazy are we now? We cut out a 2 4-letter word and just put, okay, LOL. Exactly, Frugal Mama. Exactly. I'm with you, sis. I'm with you. I'm with you. Happy Max, I thought you had to sneeze or something. Yeah, nah, it's Matt being Matt. But I gotta use 2 fingers to scroll because I don't have a mouse. So if I use 2 fingers to scroll up and down, I'm fine. But if I happen to go just a little bit to the left, it takes me back a tab and takes me out. Anyway, I don't like that. I love Matt, but I don't like that particular feature. That is just something that gets me. But again, I say it's probably me. So, knowing you and yourself, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. You've got to know yourself and what you like and what you don't like. Because once you know that, then you can help others. What do I mean? There's certain situations where your knowledge of yourself allows you to protect others. If there's certain things that I don't like, and we're talking about bigger than the okay in the case situation. If there's certain things that I don't like, I'm not going to put myself in that situation. If I know I'm not big on violence and that kind of deal, I'm not going to go to the most violent part of town because that's not me. That's not what I do. That's not what I'm about. I'm going to stick out like a sore thumb. I'm going to end up being upset because of something I see, whatever the case may be, yada, yada, yada. So I mind my business and I stay to the house. But I know myself. And see, sometimes, like, I'll give you a prime example. Big Rooster was talking on his live stream. Oh, by the way, shout out to Big Rooster. Big Rooster Show. If y'all haven't checked him out, go check him out. So he was talking about how when he went to In-N-Out Burger that he accidentally cut somebody off in line. Didn't mean to, but it was a whole situation. I know that for me, in those situations, I have to be careful because I have a undercover temper. Let me explain what I mean. I am very nice, easy to get along with. I don't bother nobody. I mind my business. I have a very long fuse. But when you get to the end of that fuse, boom! I don't know what else to tell you. We've officially arrived. So I have to be careful in situations like that and be mindful of what I say and what I think and what I do, because this day and age, people crazy. Stuff happens. You know what I mean? So I know for me, because of my temper, that in those situations, I may not be able to laugh it off like Big Rooster did. Because I'm going to be hot. I'm going to be ready to go to war. Everybody is different. But you got to know yourself, because when you know yourself, it saves lives. It makes a difference. You're able to help others, and you're able to do what needs to be done. Now, I'm going to pull this up, and I'm going to read you something from the description. Let me see if I can get this right. So this is something from the description that I put in because I wanted it to kind of stand out, and I was hoping so that anybody that read the description would have an idea about what the live stream is about. Self-awareness is a powerful tool that can save lives by fostering a deeper connection between individuals and their well-being. When individuals possess a keen understanding of their physical and mental states, they are better equipped to recognize signs of distress or impending health issues. For instance, heightened self-awareness allows you to identify subtle changes in mood, energy levels, or appetite that may signify an underlying medical condition. Now, let me kind of explain all this. If I know that there's certain things that I normally don't do, but all of a sudden now my body feels a little funny. Sometimes we dismiss those things because we think, oh no, it's the weather, oh no, it's this or it's that. But it could be the sign of something major. Now, let's use an example. If I'm somewhere and all of a sudden the whole left side of my body goes numb, whoa. Because those are the kind of things that happen when you have strokes and all of these other things. But you've got to know yourself to know, hold on, wait, you know what? That don't make sense. Something's wrong. It's the same way with people. We got to be able to see people and have an idea of what they may be about and then act accordingly. What is going on, big bro and big sis? M&T Living and Cooking, Floridian content creators have entered the building. Good to see you, fam. Good to see you. I am not going to make the assumption today that it is only my big sis. It is highly possible that big bro is there as well. Exactly, Happy Mac. These are the kind of things that happen. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but we just have to be aware of ourselves so that when these kind of things happen, we're at least prepared to handle it. That's the whole point of this live stream. We want to save lives in the sense of understanding ourselves and being able to be a good citizen of society. If I know that there's somebody that doesn't like me, well, let me rephrase that. If I know that there's somebody that doesn't like me, that wants to cause harm to me, why would I go hang around them? There's plenty of people that don't like me, but not everybody doesn't like me to the point where they want to cause me harm. If I know that they want to cause me harm, it would be foolish of me to go around them and create an opportunity for that to happen, if that makes sense. Oh, okay, close enough. 5 feet apart. I got you, big sis. I got you. So we just got to be aware of ourselves and of what's going on around us. I'll give you a prime example. And big bro M from M&T Living and Cooking knows exactly what I mean when I say this, because we've both ridden motorcycles before. When I ride my motorcycle, I will intentionally speed up to create space. Because when I'm on my motorcycle, I want at least 1 to 2 car lengths of space completely around me. I'm trying to create a bubble. And what I mean by that is I need some time to react if something happens. Now, younger me, I got out there having fun, zipping in whatever. Older me, I look at things different. I would like to be able to go home. I would like to be able to walk home. I would like to not have to go to the hospital. So I create a space when I'm on my motorcycle so that if something happens, I've got time to react. I can move, I can zig, I can zag, I can get out the way. But if you don't have that kind of time, it's different. It's different. Hey, we got my sis in the building. CC's Texas Garden. What's going on? Checking in from the big state of Texas. Oh, by the way, CC, I don't know if I commented, but I saw the new garden. I hate to say stool. I don't know if they call it stool. The review that you did with the upgraded version, man, I'm trying to tell you, that thing looks sick. So when I pick this gardening thing back up, once it starts to get a little bit closer to warm time, I'm definitely going to have to get me one of those because I think it'll save my knees. Yeah, save my knees for sure. So thank you for the excellent review, CC. I appreciate you, sis. And Dale Homestead did the same thing. She got one too. So it was super cool to see many in the gardening community with the updated product. Oh, yes. Definitely would like to keep my skin. I'm not necessarily ready to part ways with it. You know what I mean? There's certain parts of it that I don't like. But all in all, I do like having my skin. Let's see. Interesting. Joe in black with the black background. I'm invisible. So we're struggling, CC, and this happens every year around wintertime in North Carolina. It gets so much darker, so much faster. And this is really the only time that I have to go live that's dedicated when I'm not distracted by family and all of these other things. So I try to go live right after work before I go home so I can make sure I go live and then go from there. Now, sometimes unnecessary or crazy circumstances happen and I'm not able to do it. So I try to go live at 9:30 most days, unless it's really, really crazy. But this time of year is just difficult because of the way it is. I'm hoping that at some point soon I will have my studio set up. So I may have to rush home and maybe I'll make the live streams at 6 or something like that. Enough time to get home, go in the studio, speak to everybody in the house, do the live stream, and then go from there. But in the meantime and in between time, you get Joe in black. But we appreciate you being here, sis. We appreciate you. Yeah, knees and back. Yes, I can definitely see how that is the case. Definitely. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yes. Yeah, 5:30, they cut the lights out. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's about right. 5:30 over here, the lights get cut out for sure. Happy Max said, I have a personal bubble. Some folks I know too far away from. They stuck to me while I live away. Yes, I got you, bro. I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. Everybody speaking. Drina's Haven. Good to see you. Thank you for coming through, sis. We appreciate you. Oh, Bud File shared us out. That is awesome. Thank you so much for coming through. And thank you so much, Bud Files, for sharing us out. So we truly appreciate you being here, Drina. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the family. Thank you for being here. Hey, we got Grace Gons in the building. How you doing, sis? Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. So, we got Unbiased in the building. What's going on, my sis? Unbiased LLC. Oh, that reminds me that we have 2 more spots left for December the 9th, Hype Again. We've got 2 more spots left. So if you're interested, by all means go to theweightliftinggeek.com and you'll see the up in the top right, you'll see the button for Hype Again. You can click on it, fill out the survey, and then as a committee we can make a decision and fill in these last 2 slots. You may not be picked this time, but it doesn't mean that you won't be picked next time. So we encourage everyone to fill out an application, and then we have some names and people on file so that we can use these and future Hype Agains and when we have vacancies and that kind of deal. So let me tell you the times that we've got left open. So right now, the times that we have left, we have 3 to 4 p.m. and 4 to 5 p.m. So we got 3 to 4 p.m. and 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested in participating in Hype Again, the website is theweightliftinggeek.com. And hold on, you know what? Let me do this the right way. Y'all give me 1 second. I hope this don't mess up the audio. So, paste. All right, so if you want to participate in Hype Again, I just put the link in the chat. You can use that link, fill out the application, and you will be considered for this Hype Again and for future Hype Again events. Actually, gang. Hey, you already know it. That's what I'm talking about, Unbiased. Actually, gang in the building. Let's see. Oh, we got Jegs in the building. What up, Jegs? J3GS Farms is here. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. We got Deborah Garrett in the building. Hey, Deborah, how you doing? Everybody speaking. Thank you for coming through, Deborah. We appreciate you, sis. Let me make sure I don't miss anybody. Oh, we got Pescatarian Gardner. What's going on, Pescatarian? Good to see you. Thank you for coming through, fam. Thank you for coming through. We appreciate you. Let's see, everybody speaking to everybody. I don't think I missed anybody. Just trying to make sure. You are more than welcome, Drina. You are more than welcome. We're just glad you're here. Let's see. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything. I think we are almost caught up. Yes. Hashtag hype again. It is coming. And then that is the website that you'll go to fill out the application if you want to participate in the hype again on December the 9th. Now, we're doing them quarterly now, so the next one will be 3 months from December, which would be March. So we want you to participate. And like I said, if you fill out an application and you're not selected this time, it does not mean that you will not be considered for March. Thank you so much, Drina. I appreciate that. Welcome to the family. Now, I'm going to play this because I want to welcome Drina to the family. So I know it's not a super chat, but all right. Thank you so much, Drina, for joining the family. We appreciate you. Let's see. Everybody speaking to everybody. Let me make sure I don't miss anything here. Just kind of scanning as I go. Hey, we got to dance a little bit on them. We got to dance a little bit on them. Yeah. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. We got everybody dancing around here. Yeah. So, the subject of today's live stream is self-awareness saves lives. And we've talked about several different things for those that are just coming in. The most recent thing that we compared it to was me driving my Suzuki Hayabusa motorcycle. I like to have 2 to 3 car lengths around me at all times. I want 2 to 3 lengths behind me. I want 2 to 3 car lengths ahead of me. And I like to have 2 to 3 car lengths beside me. So that means on a 2-lane or a 4-lane road, it is very rare that you see me just riding side by side with a car. Why? Suppose that person decides that they want to answer the text message that they just received. Or suppose that person decides that they want to pick up the piece of candy that dropped on the floor earlier in the day so that they can eat some candy on their way to lunch. Well, guess who they might run into if I'm just sitting right beside them? So on my motorcycle, very rarely am I sitting side by side with somebody. I'll back off and get behind them if I got to. But I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable, makes me nervous. But I know myself. And I know that because, as much as I hate to say it, many people consider motorcycle driving or riding as dangerous. I got to be careful. I got to make sure I can go home. So I do certain things like that. What is going on? We got my bro Kevin in the building. We got Tuber Chat. Listen, y'all, I'm going to tell you something. If you think that what we do over here is special and meeting people and building a community, we can't hold a candle to Tuber Chat, Connect and Grow. It is the place to go when you are looking to meet new people and when you're looking to grow your channel. And Kevin, I promise you, I am going to be there more. I'm finally getting some stuff straight at work so I can start catching people that I've been missing, like Tuber Chat. I love hanging out with Tuber Chat. You get a chance to meet new people. Kevin is so engaging, and he also helps us with different little things here or there, whether it be something from his past or something that he's learned about YouTube. And there's some life lessons that are kind of shared when it comes to content creation. Amazing place to be. I promise you, if you go over there, you will not regret it. And if you go over there and you do things the right way, you're going to leave with people too. That part. As my big bro VP would say, these are facts. Yes, yes, and yes. Thank you so much for sharing us out, Tuber Chat. Oh my lord. It got... Hey, what? Hold on, what you doing? I promise y'all, I was not trying to make myself disappear. The light that I'm using apparently decided that it had enough. Anyway, we are back. Tuber Chat, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing us out. We appreciate you. Now, Cece, if you're still here, that was dark, and that was me disappearing. So yeah, that was a trick. That was a trick for sure. Oh, Happy Mac, that part. Yeah, anything. Dropping what I'm telling you, it's absolutely crazy. And we got to be careful in vehicles as well, regardless of whether it's a motorcycle or a car. There are so many people that are distracted drivers. Now, y'all know at one point we would drive and live stream, but I had so many people in my personal life. And of course, my big bro VP, Vision and Preparedness, always got on me about live streaming and driving. And I realized that I had to know myself and realize that I was putting myself in danger. Because ultimately, I thought to myself, well, I'm okay because I don't look at it too much, this, that, and the third. You know how we rationalize and come up with excuses? I know myself. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm a good driver. You see what I'm saying? But I had to realize, no, Joe, bad things can happen to you too. So I decided to stop driving and live streaming. That's one of the reasons why we pushed the live stream back from 5:15 to 5:30, is to give me 30 minutes to get from work to a decent area with cellular service so that we can go live in a safe manner. You got to know yourself. You got to know yourself. And sometimes knowing yourself means that you have to realize your own limitations. What is going on, my sis? Regional Sky Girl. Self-awareness is key to self-preservation. Yes, indeed, my friend. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Everybody is speaking to everybody, showing love. I knew CC would find that funny. Gone. Gone. Y'all couldn't even see my eyeballs. Gone. So it's important that we keep the lights on, literally and metaphorically. Yes, safety first. Safety first. How can I do something when I'm not here? Gotta be safe. Yeah, you're right, Happy Mac. Yeah, VP is smart, bro. VP is smart. I can't take nothing from him. He mentioned something that literally could have saved my life. Ain't no telling what could have happened 3 months ago, 2 months ago from live streaming and driving. It could have been one of them situations where I was looking at a comment and I look up and there's a bus or a tractor trailer truck or something that stopped dead in the middle of the road and I don't have enough time to stop. And it is one of the worst live streams ever recorded on YouTube. I do not need that in my life. So, we's parking. We're parking. Just like we parked right now. And we are going to make it work. Big sis said I can hardly drive and talk. I know what you mean, big sis. I know what you mean. Everybody speaking. Oh, Drina said, real talk. I had a head-on collision with a motorcyclist 15 years ago. Thank you for educating. Drina, I'm telling you. And the thing is, you can not even be doing anything wrong. Like this whole distraction of drivers, regardless of whether it's motorcycle, vehicle, whatever the case may be, it happens. It happens. And sometimes it's not even the distraction. Sometimes things happen. Somebody has to swerve for this or swerve for that. You got to make split second decisions when you're driving. And in that split second, you've got to hope that the decision that you make is a good one, because you don't have time to sit and think about it. Or as my big bro VP would say, to pontificate on it. You've got to make a decision just like that. And you can't do it when you're distracted. So thank you, Drina, for sharing your experience. I hope you and the family and anybody that was in the vehicle, as well as the motorcyclist, was okay as much as possible. Thank you for sharing that experience. It really does tie in with what we're discussing. Hashtag keep Joe's lights on. It get dark, sis. It get dark. It get dark as I don't know what. Oh man. Drina said facts. Yes, fam. Yes. Yes indeed. That's what we're talking about. Um Oh no. I am so sorry, sis. I am so sorry. That is it's a difficult situation. Years ago, I had a friend that was in a similar situation. Motorcyclist cut him off, was turning curves sharp, trying to make it faster, whatever they were doing, and he hit him. And it was the same situation. So thank you so much, Drina, for sharing your experience. I really hope that you're okay. And I say that not only physically, but emotionally as well. These kind of events like that can truly be difficult to deal with. But the fact that you were willing to share it lends us to believe that you're okay mentally and that everything is good as far as the trauma of the event. And we appreciate you. Thank you so much, sis. Um, let's see. Grace Gahn said that is so true. Sometimes they can be in a blind spot. You're exactly right, Grace. And that's why I work very hard to make sure that I stay out of people's blind spots. Because if you can't see me through your big windshield, then it's a bigger issue. But as far as me sitting in somebody's blind spot, I can't do that. I can't do that. It's too crazy. It's too crazy. All right. We got people dropping M Squad. Yeah. Motivation Squad. That's what I'm talking about. Get these links dropped so that everybody can connect with everybody. Let's see. Drina said, yes, very difficult, but God is able. I appreciate you all as well. Yes, indeed. That is what we're here for. That is what we're here for. I can tell you something, Drina. You're already family. You're already family. I can tell in the first few minutes. Look, you family. Welcome to the family, sis. Welcome to the family. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I'm talking about. So, we've got to know ourselves. We got to know our limitations. Now, that's one of the yes. I remember. I remember. Yes. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I still got to find that clip and make a video about it. I'm gonna try to do that soon. But we're talking about knowing yourself. Knowing yourself means that you accept the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, what do I mean? Now, that was a phrase that was often used in Alcoholics Anonymous. You first have to recognize or accept that you have a problem before you can fix the problem. So knowing yourself means that you have to know your flaws as well as you know your strong points. You've got to know your flaws as well as you know your strong points. There's certain things about me we talked about yesterday. Hey, it's ugly. I don't like it, but it's a part of me. I can't change it. But if I accept it, excuse me, y'all, it's been a long day. But if I accept it, then I can adjust for it. I recognize that this is the issue that I deal with. So I have to face this issue head on. Listen, if I'm not hard on myself about this, then I'll become lax because it is a weak spot in my personality. Yes, one day at a time. That is it, CC. One day at a time. So we got to be willing to recognize our faults, to look ourselves in the mirror, physically or metaphorically, and see the good, the bad, and the ugly. When we see that, then we can deal with it. I am getting better about procrastination because I am becoming more aware of this vulnerability within myself. So everyone else may be able to say, you know what, I'm going to do that in 10 minutes. And remember to do it in 10 minutes. That ain't me. So I've learned that when I say I need to do something in 10 minutes, I might better do it right now. I might just better do it right now, and then I don't have to worry about it. I'm changing my thought process. Excuse me. Majik, what's going on, bro? Good to see you. Thank you for coming through. We appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, we got to know ourselves. Now, let's take this kind of a step further because we're talking about self-awareness. Now, for those of you that are parents, you know your children. I'm going to say this again. For those of you that are parents, you know your children. In some situations, you know your children better than your children think that you know them. Well, Mama, why did you do this? Or Dad, why did you? Because I know you. You mean to tell me you knew that I was going to do X, Y, Z? I know you. I raised you. And these kind of things happen. But I'm getting ready to prove a point here. Or set an alarm. And I've tried doing that too, CC. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I found that because I struggle with procrastination, I have to be as proactive as I possibly can be. That is what saves me. Being proactive makes it easier for me to handle things because I don't have to depend on chance. I don't have to depend on something else happening and that kind of deal. Now, what does CC say? Facts, Joe. We know them because most of the time we did it first. LOL. Very true, sis. Very true. Very true. Big sis said, I can look at my kids before they speak and know something's up. I agree, big sis. I agree. Now, this is my question. And this is the reason why I made reference to that previous scenario. Do we know ourselves as well as we know our children? We study our children from an objective standpoint. We watch them do this, and then they make an adjustment, and they don't do it anymore. But then we watch them do that, And man, they just keep doing that and that and that, and it never stops. We begin to make connections based on their behavior. So much so that, like Cece's Texas Garden and like Big Sis and M&T Living and Cooking, we know when our children are going to do something, good or bad. Because it's literally, how that song goes, it's written all over your face. Like, you just, it's there. You don't have another explanation other than you know. The reason you know is because there's time invested in that relationship. You raised your children. You watched them grow. Over the years, you watched them progress. You know where they are at that stage of life, that their age is. There's certain things that they just come automatic. Like Big Sis said, I can look at them and tell, you know what, they doing something. You, oh, yeah, that part. CC, you don't have to say a word. Yeah. Exactly, Big Sis. Exactly. Y'all caught the reference. Y'all caught the reference. So, my question is, do you know yourself as well as you know your children? Are we objective enough to see ourselves as much as we see our children? Because, see, when we make a mistake, we're quick to, you know what? Well, it was the rain. It was the sun. It was the clouds. It was the dry. There's nothing left. At some point, we got to realize, you know what? I can't keep making excuses and trying to sell them to myself because I know better. I know the reason I didn't do this isn't because of X, Y, and Z. It's because, I ain't want to do it. And that's fine. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. Hey, look. Big Sis said Alexa is playing the song now. That is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So, what I'm encouraging you, hold on. Let's see, what does CC say? CC said, I took time to learn myself, but it took discipline. That's what we're getting at, CC. It takes discipline. To be honest with yourself requires discipline. You may be able to sell that song and dance to somebody else that doesn't know. But in this situation, you know because it is you. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What you say? Oh, Magic, I appreciate you, fam. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your kindness and for your kind words. We got to get to know ourselves. Now, we live in a day and an age where everyone wants to do everything with someone else. What do I mean by that is we don't oftentimes do things just for ourselves. Or we don't oftentimes go places just for ourselves. Just this past Thursday, was it Thursday? No, just this past Friday, Veterans Day, I had the day off. I did some stuff around the house, trying to not work on my honey-do list, knock that down a little bit, and then I went and played pool. Went and played pool by myself. Didn't know who I was going to run into, didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew that I was going to go play pool. And I knew that going by myself, that self-awareness would be what I needed to get back into the rhythm, to try to figure out the stroke that fell off and all of these kind of things that I needed to do. I had to do it on my own. That was the way, that was the only way. So, there's nothing wrong with going places and doing things by yourself. Let's see. Majik says self-awareness. Yes, fam. Yes. Oh, snap. Tay Weezy coming through with the members badge. Celebrates 10 months of membership. Thank you so much, bro. We appreciate you for being a loyal member. That means a lot. It really means a lot. Let's see, everybody speaking to everybody and showing love. That is what's up. So, my suggestion is to get to know yourself. You may not choose to go somewhere by yourself, but have you taken time to do something as simple as a chart left and right? The things you like about yourself, the things you don't like about yourself. How can you change it so that the things you don't like about yourself, you might actually like about yourself? You don't have to go anywhere to do that. But it does help you to be a better person. Now, let me get to Cece's comment. Cece said, I've encouraged my kids to be open if they see something in me that is not good character, i.e., manipulating talk. Very nice, Cece. You've empowered your children so that they know that they can be honest with you. And them being honest with you is going to create a pattern of them being honest with themselves. That's good stuff, sis. That is good stuff. Introspection. Yes, fam. That's what we're talking about. Introspection. Being able to look inside oneself and see the good, the bad, and the ugly, and be okay with what we see. It makes a difference. Drina said, we all have areas of opportunity. However, we are not going to change anything we do not acknowledge. Yes, that part. That part. Let me see. Can I, Very true, fam. Very, very true. We have to acknowledge that there is a problem. And once we acknowledge that there is a problem, then we know what we need to fix. Majik said, be truthful with yourself. Fam, that is so true, and it is so difficult to do because there is no system of checks and balances in this situation. Well, I mean, if you ask somebody else to do something and you ask them to be honest with you, the reaction that they give you, you don't have a choice but to accept. You can't justify that but so much because they're not going to let you get away with it. Well, I would have, but because they know you, it's like, no, you weren't. Just say you weren't and let it go. So, being honest with ourselves is difficult because we can easily come up with an excuse and then sell it to ourselves to the point where we believe it. We came up with the excuse. We know the reason for the excuse. But you know what? Let me just put that down and then I'll come back to it. Because, the reason, we've got to be honest with ourselves. We've got to be truthful with ourselves. It makes a big difference. Thank you so much for being here and coming back, big sis. We appreciate you. We got my buddy, Psalm 146, Home and Garden. Good to see you. Thank you for coming through, sis. I appreciate you. Cece said, this is some good talk, Joe. Thank you. I appreciate you, sis. And thank you for your kindness and your kind words because you have contributed to the success of the live stream. We cannot do it on our own. Psalm 146 said, good God's glorious evening, everyone. I'm here in these bushes. And we appreciate you being here in these bushes. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. So the point is, what are we doing to be a better person? What are we doing to take our character flaws, which are lemons, if you will, and turn them into lemonade? What are we doing? It's something for us to think about. Now, I'm going to give you a prime example. And I know I'm not the only one. You're watching TV, your favorite show's on, it goes to commercials. They talk about how this drug will fix X, Y, and Z. This drug will stop you from ever having back pain again. We'll just use that as an example. But guess what? Once they do that, and then it gets to the end where the music clicks in, they start hurrying up through the side effects of the medication. And guess what? Oftentimes is a side effect of the medication that you're taking. The symptom that you're trying to avoid. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. There's always complications with any and everything that we do. We have to be willing to deal with the consequences. We have to be willing to know ourselves so that we can make some good decisions. Because once you make that decision, you got to live with the consequences. And unfortunately, sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's not easy. Drina shared something really personal with us, and I truly appreciate you sharing that with us, sis. It really does mean something, especially in the context of this live stream. It's very, very important. Let's see, what does Psalm 146 say? It'll stop your back pain, but tear up your kidneys, cause numbness, may cause eye irritation, and give you gas with an oily discharge. That part, sis. That part. What? Listen, half of the medication out here, when you listen to the side effects, your first thought is, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'll take my back pain. I do not need an oily discharge. I will pass. It's crazy how this stuff goes. It is absolutely crazy. But yes, these are the kind of things that are happening. Drina said yes. Drina said absolutely. I'm still in therapy and I welcome it. Talk therapy is very helpful. Yes, Drina, you are so correct about that. And I think in this day and age, there is a misconception about what talk therapy is, about what having a psychiatrist is, or all of these other mental health professionals that it used to be looked down on. You mean you have a therapist? There must be something wrong with you. That was the way and the attitude for so long. But as we get older and as this society progresses and things like that, people are beginning to realize that, you know what? We might have been better off if we actually did what Drina did and got some help. I'm a man. I can deal with my emotions. You can be a man, but it also might mean that maybe your emotions are getting the best of you and you need to talk to someone so that you can feel better. There is nothing wrong with that. So as you're getting to know yourself, realize that you may need someone else to help you to get to know yourself. And there is nothing wrong with that. Let me make sure I don't miss anything here. Let's see. Majik said, herbalist? Yes, there are some natural herbs and things that can help. That is for sure. We got my buddy, Boss Life Online. What is going on, sis? Thank you for being here, my dear friend. Let's see. Boss Life said, nothing wrong with a talk therapist. One of the reasons I'm doing well today, I stayed with my therapist for 5 years due to my sadness, and now I am good. That part. That part. Let me... We're talking now, y'all. We are talking. And I want all of us to understand that sometimes we need help. But what we don't need is oily poops. I'll take my back pain. Let's see. Drina said, trauma will resurface at any given time. Take responsibility for yourself the best you can. Very well said. Very well said. And thank you so much for sharing that. I'm telling you, there is no way that I could have planned a live stream this good. The things that we have discussed, the things that we have shared have made us better people because we've been honest with each other in this chat. And I hope that as the day progresses, as the week progresses, as the month progresses, as the rest of this year progresses, that we will continue to be honest with ourselves. Being honest with yourself is so crucially important. Oh, oily poops could help your back pain. I don't know about that, big sis. I don't know about that. I might have... Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Let's see. Boss Life Online. Yes, at Drina Haven 916, trauma will resurface, but now I have the tools to deal with it. I am so glad I went to therapy. It was one of the best decisions I have ever made. And I can tell from Drina's comments that she is glad that she did that, and there is nothing wrong with it, y'all. There's nothing wrong with it. There shouldn't be a stigma on it. So I want to say thank you to everybody for coming and hanging out with us. I do have to get home. Little man is waiting on me to throw the football in the cold, in the dark, under a street lamp, in the yard. But I promised him that I would because he loves football and I love him. So I'm going to go drink me some hot cocoa and get ready for this cold weather. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for everything. Let's see, what did Big Sis say? Big Sis said, I'm on medication for pain, which also helps anxiety and depression. I see a big difference since we're being open. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. And you will find that after you do, it actually makes you a better person. You are never late, Boss Life Online. We truly appreciate you being here. Thank you for the honesty in your comments. You have greatly added to the quality of the live stream today. I appreciate each and every one of you. I thank you for being you. I thank you for being a part of this platform. And I thank you for being a part of our family. So when things get difficult, remember, the recipe is simple. Stay strong, stay positive, stay active. M Squad, that would be the Motivation Squad. We appreciate you, and we will see you on Monday for the next live stream. Take care, y'all. We will see you soon.